Good evening, welcome to the news. I mean... Hello and welcome to Weepin Crafts. This is my mum, Glenn.
Hi, this is my daughter, Joanne.
Hi. And we're weeping.
We're
weeping.
We're weeping.
Weepin Crafts.
Weepin Crafts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. Welcome back to another Monday. Well, no, I probably won't be doing it Monday. Go on. Welcome back if you haven't joined us before. And if you have, thank you for coming back.
Yeah, thank you.
We're amazed.
Totally.
But thank you.
Thank you anyway.
And if you could give us a like and a subscribe, that would help us out as well. Mm-hmm. We're nearly at a point where we may be able to get some finance from the channel, from YouTube, but not quite yet. Well,
oh, really? Oh, right. Okay.
Well, I don't know about that.
So much I know.
No, we're about 1,200 views or hours short.
You better get going then.
So there is a bit more to do. So, what have we got on this week? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Oh, stitches.
Yeah. You've just done it.
Oh, no. Stitches. Yeah. What am I doing this week? No, where am I going? Was I going down the bay or was it?
Yeah, so what stitches?
I did stitches. I did Cretan stitch, herringbone stitch, chevron stitch, and the turkey stitch.
Turkey stitch.
Yeah. So,
and you were going to show
and I'm going to show
what you've been doing.
Yeah, for the journal, Roxys Journal of Stitchery. Got it right this time. It was obviously been working on this for a while. They were doing it was a vessel or whatever. Anyway, I showed you my fabric before, and now it's into a bowl.
So I'm going to do a close up of that. Don't worry.
So it's now a bowl.
There's beautiful stitches all around it.
Yeah, you can't. There's a lot of stitches on it. I must admit, I did work hard on that, but it's complete, and I'm really happy with it. What I'm going to do with it, I still don't know.
Yeah, that's good for threads, isn't it? Or like cottons.
Good. Yeah, put anything in there really. Yeah. So
you basically you had two flat pieces
like pancakes,
like you showed last week. Put them together. Did a running stitch around the outside.
I used crochet cotton because it was stronger, and then I just literally pulled it up, and that's what it is. How it came out. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. I like that. Talking about vessels, so I have done more work on my one, which I will show in a bit. And so I've left a few stitches which I haven't finished to show you how I've done them. So that's what I'll be doing this week. So I think we've got a pretty packed video for you.
Yes, I think we have. Yeah.
And next week, I learned how to do this stitch, which is like a thistle. I've done mine as a thistle, but actually Marion's World, where I actually got the video from and the idea from, she did it with a dandelion. And underneath is detached blanket stitch, which she showed us. So I'm going to put the link of Marion's World videos in the description below. But next week, I'm going to show how I did that. Okay, so look forward to next week showing you that.
Look forward to that one. Because to be honest, I've never done a detached.
Oh, there you go.
Blanket stitch.
And what will you do next week?
I don't know, because I've been asked to make a book cover.
Oh, perhaps you could show that.
So I could show you I've started putting the fabrics together. So
well, I could do some recording of you this week doing that.
Yeah, I could show you some, stitches I'm going to do on it.
Mum makes some amazing book covers, so I think we'll do that. That'd be nice.
Okay.
Yeah, because people could follow along and make their own book cover, can't they? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's brilliant. And those stitches that you've showed today, you can show how you use them on the seams.
Yeah, you could do them on there. Yeah,
if you wanted to, yeah. I'm not saying that you need to do that, but I'm just saying that's the sort of thing you were on about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay then, so enjoy the video and we shall join you at the end to say goodbye.
No?
Without further ado, here we go. So I found this bit of material which has got some nice delicate flowers on them. So I thought I'd try and fussy cut them out and see what they look like on my piece. I should just cut one out in a minute. I'm sure you all know how to. Sorry, I'm just looking at the camera. See if that you're in shot. It's been a bit of a nightmare setting up today outside. I thought it'd be really nice and relaxing, and it's turned out to be very stressful trying to get the right angle with the sun. Anyway, I'm trying my best, so hopefully you can see. So, kind of just going in between each flower petal. I'm doing it as tight as I can to the flower. So this is the vessel I'm making, and I was going to put both of my materials together, but I've decided just to do it as one, to have two. So I'm going to excuse the jet, playing with this toy, the noisiest one, and then I'm going to put a bottom on this. Okay, and I've chosen this material, which I found, which will certainly do just the job. And obviously I'll put some, I will put some wadding in the middle of that. Go from where we went before, come down to the same point, and I'm doing split stitch. So we go forward a stitch, and we're going to do small stitches, get off fly, at 3/16 of an inch, so that when we're trying to, so I'm splitting that stitch there, going right in the middle of it, coming back up a small amount, because I want this one to be quite curly, back in there again, back through, go back in the middle again. I'm going to try and angle that a bit differently, back in the middle. So this morning I'm going to show you the stuff I've been working on this week. So I fussy cut out these flowers from a nice piece of material I had, and then I put some stamens in, as you can see. I thought I'd leave some so I could show you what I was doing. I just used one thread of embroidery floss, which I've already set up here. So I put one in the middle, and then I'm kind of going from the same spot and then just reaching out. So some of them I did a little bigger. Same spot again, you can see. So I've gone from the middle again, if I can get it there. And then I've gone out again to the side. And I kind of just went out in stages. So I could get that kind of V shape. To make a little stamen. That invisible thread's come off there. Right, so you can see that's a little bit uneven on one side, so I'm just gonna put a couple more in just to even it up. There you are. So there you are. That's that one. And to attach these, not that it looks like I have because this one's fallen off, as I just put a little, I chose the way I wanted the flower to sit, obviously, because you can have flowers upside down, as I'm going to show you in a bit with another flower. I should just go straight in and start this one. So obviously I've got to hold it with my thumb. I did have pins in them, which obviously is not ideal. So we can kind of place it after we've put one gone through. Okay, so I'm just going to go from there. Yes, I had a bit of a good old work on this week. I have drawn a few blanks over the weeks with this piece because I've not been able to get my head around it. When I first saw it, when I first saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and that, but I wasn't actually sure what this and that was, because I just thought the piece, because it was sun-dyed, I just thought it had some really interesting colours on it. But then when I actually came to do it, I was having difficulty deciding how to do it, because I was, in my original thoughts, I was going to do it as one big scene. Now, is that one done? A little bit of, that's it. And then we just got the final one here. So in my original scene, I was going to do, so I've just come up, I was going to do like one scene, which would all join together. So I started with the tree. Oh no, I didn't. I started with this, sorry. And then I put the tree in. I thought, oh my goodness, the scales were so different. I just thought there's no possible way they can be part of the same. There's no possible way they can be part of the same picture. So I had to have a rethink, which I did. Then was still having difficulties. I don't know what you guys are like, but I know when I'm struggling a bit mentally, I just can't think. And actually my mum came home because they'd been away for a month, and she had a look at it and she gave me some more ideas. So that just really helped, having another person's perspective on it, because I just couldn't think for myself. Oh dear. Right, and that's that one finished. Okay, so that looks quite pretty. I'm pleased with them. Kind of done them a bit more and then coming down, so it would be the light shining there maybe. Right, let's just tie that one off. Yeah, I did leave thread. I don't know what you're like with that, but if I leave thread, I always get it tangled up, which is just so annoying, which is exactly what happened. So that's what that bundle of mess is there. So a bit annoying, never mind. Right, so the next thing I did were these kind of, I don't know, fuchsia-like flowers here. Up to the camera. And then I put some pistol stitches on the end. So first of all, I'm going to show you how I did the flowers themselves. So I'm using the wrong thread, so I need to change thread. And I need 2 bits, so I'm going to have to just get some more thread out. So what I always do with embroidery floss is I've got some orts here, which are just little bits and pieces. So I will cut that off. I used to put them back in again and wind it back on there, but actually this is a much, you know, some people call it orts, some people call it a tangle. I quite like the term tangle. Marion's World, that I watch a lot, she always calls it a tangle, and I think that's quite a good description of what it looks like. Yeah, get them out singularly, because you run into all sorts of issues if you don't, as I do frequently, because I think I can do it, and then it comes to it and I can't, which is a bit annoying. Okay, so I'm just going to get my bigger needle for this one because it's got 2 threads on it. It's just easier to thread. So when I tie a knot in the end, I come to the end, I get my finger facing this way with both threads, I go round and I kind of twist it, then I'll go as a cross, then I twist the threads and then come down. I didn't do a very good one because I'm showing you. I probably put a bit more of a twist in it. There you are. And then I get a knot there. Okay, so some of these fronds, if you like, leaves, have got a curl on them. I decided to come up curly with them. In fact, I haven't put any leaves on this one, so I've got to put some more leaves on that one. Never mind, I'll put them in afterwards. Right, okay, so I come up at the end of the stem. You can just see that. So I come up, and then basically I'm going to do a lazy daisy. So I go back into exactly the same spot. I come up where I want, so I only want a small flower, so I'm going to come up there. Okay, so it's not very far, it's probably less than 1/4 of an inch, and I come up in the circle that it's going to form. So I'm going to pull it. I'm not going to pull it too tight though, don't pull it too tight. And there you are. There's my lazy daisy. Then I come back down right on the edge, and then just put a little stitch in to hold it. So with this one, I kind of want it drooping down. So I'm going to put this one slightly over this way. So I'm going to do the same again. So I'm going to go in to the same hole. I'm going to come up where I want it to be, and that's where the tip of it's going to be. I'm going to put the thread over the top. I'm going to come through, and then that will make the lazy daisy, but it will also stop it from going all the way in. There you are. Okay, and then I'm going to secure it with a tiny stitch at the end, which will hold it in place. Okay, I'm not really worried about my threads separating there because I'm actually going to fill this in. So I go to the middle of the stitch, once again, middle of the bottom of the daisy, sorry. And then I'm coming up. I'm going right up to the top. And I'm just going to fill it in where the blue parts are, which is basically the underneath of the stitch, the underneath fabric. And I think I just want one more here. Go in again and just fill that in there. Right, I'm just going to go to the other one. Go to the middle, put the first stitch in, right up to the top. Just going to fill in that little bit there. Yes, we've had quite a nice weekend this weekend. The weather in Britain has been a bit dodgy. So, yeah, haven't had really a succession of nice days. Oh, I did leave a thread in. Oh, put another one in now. Right, I'm just going to finish that off. Didn't even look, did I? Right, let's take that one off. And let's take this one off. I've got one more to do, but I'll just need to bring that down. Yeah, so when you're threading, always try and straighten them off. It just makes it a lot easier. I lick mine. My mum said I shouldn't. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there agree with her. But that's just the way I've always done it. People have their own ways, don't they? My mum's got a very good way of doing it as well. So, but I'm not always successful doing it that way. Okay, right, that's that finished. So there's my 2 little flowers. So I'm going to put these little, I'm going to call them stamens. Right, so here we go. I've changed needle again because I've gone back to 1 thread. Yeah, this thread, I'm not happy with this thread. So a lot of my threads I bought from a thrift shop, or second-hand shop as we call them in Britain. So it's not very straight. That helps if you do straighten it off. And they were DMC, Anchor, really nice threads. This one didn't have, like, the lady who had done all the threads had kind of beautifully put all these in and named them, and that's why I had to buy it. I bought a whole box for £5. It was amazing, which is probably about $7 in America. Anyway, this one, however, hasn't got all of that on it, and keeps fraying. So, right, here we go. So I'm going to do the first one now. I did this one and I haven't taken it out, but I think it's too long. Yeah, I think it's a bit too long. But anyway, we carry on as we do. Right, this one's coming down this way, so I'm going to go in the middle of both of the lazy daisies. If I can get it in there. Okay, so I've gone in the middle. I've come up and I'm just going to do 1 stitch. So I'm not going to come up as far as the other one. I'm going to go to there. So I've just done 1 long stitch. Okay, then on the top, I'm going to put a French knot. And this is called pistol stitch. So I've gone really hard to hold it up and do it. So I'm going to have to put it on down here. So I go round. I'm going to do twice. Now I'm holding this tight. So then I go back into the stitch at the end. I'm holding this so that it doesn't all fall apart. And then we just wait for it to wind on. Come here. That's tiny, isn't it? I must have done 3. Right, I'm going to do another one on the top because that's not very successful. Right, so I'm going to go back in. 1, 2, 3 this time. I mean, obviously I'm using single strand, so it is a little bit finer, obviously. There we are. Okay, that's better. That's better. Right, so that's 1. And now the other 2, because I want them at an angled angle, as I call it. Now, if I just went out like that, obviously I'm going to have a straight stitch. So I go out like that, make the stitch, which is where I want it to be, and then I bring it over. Can you see with my needle? So I get my needle and pull it over, push it with my thumb, and then I'm just going to do a little like couching stitch, and then this, so I'm kind of actually using my nail to give that shape. Do a couching stitch down, I might actually do another one in the middle, and all I'm trying to do with that frond, oh no, that's the wrong word, stamen type stitch I'm doing, is I'm just trying to bend it. Now, I did try doing it back stitch. So there you are. Okay, and it's just giving it a shape. Now I did try it with backstitch, but I wasn't happy because you could see it just looked like a perforated line, and I didn't like that. Right, okay, here we go again. Take 2. Right, I'm going to go from the middle. See, that's frayed there, which is very annoying. And I'm going to come out a bit further away so I can make a different, okay. And pull that a bit tighter. And I'm going to bend it in. So I'm using my nail to bend it in. It's very difficult to keep this all in shot. But anyway, I shall try my very, very best. I'm sorry if you don't really see what I'm talking about. And then put a couching stitch closer than I did last time because that was way out. And really too big. I just want a tiny, tiny stitch, which will then hold that in place. There we are. And all it's done is put a little bend on the stitch. Okay, so we used 3, didn't we, on that last pistol stitch. So I'm always doing that, pulling it out with my hand. Right, so right on the end of the stamen, but I am going to have to put it down, I'm afraid. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Hold on to it, push it back in the same hole, pull it through, keep holding until the end, until it all goes in. Okay. Go for this one now, to the end of the stamen, I'm calling them. 1, 2, 3, down the same hole again, pull through, holding on, and then letting it all join in. Okay, I don't think it's quite as successful as the other one, but hey, I think I did these ones too long. Never mind. All flowers are different. So you can see from that now, that's hanging down the other way. Okay, so this is the next bit I'm coming on to. Now, I just wanted to show you what I've been using for this. So I found this in my threads and I decided to go up like that with it and make like this one here, for example, as you can see. And the background to it is, now I bought this offline. Now, some of you may know what it is. I can't remember, but it's great. You can stretch it, as I did, rip a bit off, as I did. I mean, look at those grass. I mean, obviously way too big for what we've got here, but you can see that it kind of rips into whatever sort of shape you want to. It's kind of woven, can you see? So it's kind of woven, but yeah. Anyway, so that's what I use for the background. Then I got a very fine, clearish thread and just literally, I don't know if you'll be able to see any stitches. If I hold it up really closely, like here, for example, oh God, here, are very, very small stitches, which has just held everything down. So that's literally how I did that bit there. And I think it looks quite effective. I'm pleased with it. It certainly grounded the tree, which Mum agrees with, so that's good. But I will be taking that out. Ooh, going the wrong way. We'll be taking that out. Don't like that at all. Really messed that up. And I've got to change battery as well. So, see you in a bit.
Right, hello. Right, we said last week we were going to do some stitches. Now, these are stitches I practiced when I started to do these. This one, if you can't see it, I actually did this morning online, so it's straight. And as you see, these aren't so straight. So I've drawn lines to help us all out. Right, so this is chevron stitch, as I say. To get your needle and thread, I actually got 3 threads on this one. This one I did on with 6. I'm going to do it with 3. So, right, so you come up from the bottom through that bottom line there. Take a stitch inwards, but not to the edge. And when you pull it through, you've got your stitch, and you pull it upwards like that. And you do the same at the top. Now, I could get confused the way the threads goes as to which way it's coming down, but you can adjust it. So you come up, so this needle comes in, and it roughly comes in line with that bottom one. Okay, so it's there. Pull it through. See, that's how I've got around. So that's your first stitch. So that's roughly, I'll move over a little bit for you. That is roughly in line with that. It's not perfect. And then you get your needle, and you come through, and you come towards that stitch that's there. And pull it down. So that's your first bit, and then you're going to finish the cycle of that first one. Okay, so again you go in here, come through. See, I'm not even on the line. See, never straight. So you're getting that. Move over a little bit, and then you come through, and you come to the bottom of that and pull through. So that's like your first one. So then you come up here and just do exactly the same. That's your first one. Pull your needle thing so it comes to where that stitch is there. Pull it through, and then you put your thread downwards again. So that's your first stitch in there. And then your second stitch to the bottom of that one. Pull it through, and then you come upwards to there. Okay, so it's like that. So pull that needle in, comes to that stitch there. You stitch in there. That one in to the bottom of that one. And you're ready to go up again. So I'll just do one more, and then we can go on to another stitch. Chevron stitch. This is the chevron stitch. Yeah. So I did actually write on. When I first did this, this is a long time ago, I actually wrote it on the top. So I'll do it.
Sewed it in, didn't you?
I did sew it in. So into there. Back into that one. Down there. Back into that one. Oh, I missed threading the wrong way this time. take it out there. Oops, unthreaded. And up to there. I'll just thread it back up and then I'll just finish that one off there. Now you can finish it like this. These ones here are finished on a whole one. You see. That one I finished up there, and that one I finished up there. So it all depends where you are in your line as to how you finish it off. Now these stitches are ideal if you're doing patchwork, crazy patchwork, and you've got seams, and they're basically like they go down a seam. This is what they're ideal for. Or you can do them as they are, and then you can do lazy daisies off the top, different things, you know what I mean? So you can make other things from them. So if I just finish this one off here.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask, what would you use them for? So
yeah.
That's, yeah.
So
if you've got all the different, yeah.
Yeah, if I just do this one. Oops, gone for the thread. And I'll just bring them down here and finish them off there. So, excuse me, is that a coffee? I'll just do that for a minute. And as I say, on what you can do on the top of them, I'll just change thread for a second so it's a different colour. What's this thing? I'll do a pinky one. Just to give you some sort of idea what you can do with it. Just split it into three again. This is how I do it. Just get your thread like that and just pull him down. I don't know if you saw that at all.
You're brave. I would definitely get mixed up.
Right, thread your needle. Right, and to say this is just an idea of what you can do on the top of them. So you can come through that and do a lazy daisy. You can see that, can't you? Yeah. So you can do a lazy daisy on the top. Like that. I'm sorry I'm moving it around, it's not very easy to do otherwise. And then you can do a little stitch. To say it's splitting because obviously they have the threads, but if you've got a single thread of thicker ones,
like crochet thread.
The crochet thread or something, yeah. Crochet cotton. And then you could do something like that. Pretty on the top of it. You know, and then you can just do different things. And then obviously then you can do them from the bottom as well if you know, so inclined. And so
inclined.
So inclined, that's right, yeah. Right, okay, so that one is the chevron stitch. Okay, with a little lazy daisy on the top.
Pretty.
Okay. As I say, if they go along a line of stitching, you know, or your fabric, obviously you will get them straight. It's only the fact that these ones I did freehand, and obviously I do tend to slant. That's why I decided to draw the lines to show you that it is supposed to be straight. Okay. Nice. So that's the chevron. Now the next one is the herringbone stitch. Now, I expect a lot of you can do these anyway.
I like that you've used different cottons there.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah, they're different threads, different thicknesses. Yeah, because I say again, this is when I was learning it. So, should we go back to this one again? Because it's.
I'm just going to let my little boy in. Hang on. Come on then.
Hang on just a minute. Whoops, that doesn't want to thread it.
What's this? Yeah.
pup has arrived. Not being very good at threading this one today. Doesn't want to thread.
Oh, I had one like that earlier. Thank you for your kisses.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Right, so for the herringbone, this is quite an easy one. So if you come up from the bottom, yes, come up from the bottom, just do a scoop through like that, in and out, cross your thread. So again, that one is similar to where that one ends up, like that, and cross your thread, and goes up there. And then down again. So that's the herringbone. As I say, that one is quite an easy one. Let's get you on screen.
So once again, they can be used on seams then.
On seams, you know, or you want to make a pattern down something. But they're mainly used if you want to do if you're doing patchwork or crazy patchwork. They're nice to go on the seams because they just give all different interest as you're going through your piece.
Shapes, isn't it?
Yeah. No. I say this is one of the easier of the three. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to do the Cretan stitch at the moment. In a minute, I should say. Right. So that's, and then when you finish off, I finish off with a little cross at the bottom. So it sort of crosses like that, and then you can finish it off. So that's your herringbone. Okay, so I mean that one is really self-explanatory, isn't it? I think that one.
I'm just being licked by the puppy.
She's been given a wash. So just do that for a second, get rid of that one. All right, so that's the herringbone. As I say, they are quite easy to do, those ones. Okay, right. The next one is a Cretan stitch. Now this one I always have trouble with. Now I've drawn lines because it's easier for me and it's easier for you, hopefully, to see what I'm doing. Right, here we go.
And I keep calling it Cretan stitch.
Cretan stitches. Right, you've got 4 lines. I mean, you can do this yourself when you're starting. Draw 4 lines, okay? So the second you come up, as I say, I did this one last night. So you come up on that second line from the bottom, up there. So you come through there. You go up to the top. So this top one here. You come up to there. And obviously this is the bigger version of it. And come down to that one there. That's not straight. Let's try and get it straight. I don't have a straight eye. And it's official. I don't have a straight eye. All right. So you like that. Then you go from this line down here. Go up to there. All coming up. Just like that. Come from the top. And come down. Thread underneath. Over this side. go up, thread underneath. Now, as you see, this is a big version, a very big version. Otherwise, if I did it small, then you really wouldn't see what we were doing. So, thread under needle, through, there, up. Oops, I'll go through. Nope. That's it. I know what I'm thinking then. That's when Brian went dead then. Right, it's up to there. There. To that one. Thread under your needle.
And that was the bit I couldn't get yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's, I'm going to have to refer to this video.
Yeah. Right, from there up to that line. Yeah, but we were doing it sort of on our laps without any guidance, weren't we? Yes, when we were playing yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
No, that was much better.
There.
Then I did it.
That one. Well, mine wasn't that good either, was it?
Oh. I know, but yours wasn't neater than mine did.
All right, and thread under the needle. Now I'm running out of thread now. So, can I get this one threaded? No, missed a bit.
Scissors?
On my little pad over there, I've got one with a very big eye. So it just helps me to.
Oh no, I'm all for big eyes.
Yeah. Well, it's just easy to thread because I want to get this finished, to take it through to the back, that's all. On the stave. Messing around, so it's even that's done it, not see. It begins to split itself.
So, you know that thread wax that you can use?
Yeah.
Does that help prevent that?
It can help keep it together, yeah. It's just that this one has decided
to part ways.
To part ways.
It's had a little argument, hasn't it? In the
it has a little row. Right.
He's had a little row.
A little row.
It's all the same way, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, and then sorry, I have got the needle threaded now, and then just take it back through, and then that's your Cretan stitch. Okay.
That's my favourite one, I must admit. I mean, the thing I was having difficulty with was what part of the needle to get it under to go up.
Yeah.
I was putting it in afterwards, wasn't I?
But
yeah. The way you're.
But if you do it on these lines.
Yeah, no, that's.
I mean, I could leave this with you, and then you can practice it.
So it basically goes 1, 2, and then 4, 3. 1, 2, 4, 3. That's what I was working out.
Yeah, but yeah, from up there. What do you mean from
where
going down?
Where did you start then?
I started on
3. All right. Okay.
I started on that one there. Second one from the bottom.
Yeah.
Or third one down from the top, whichever way you want to look at it.
But then the actual.
Then you go up to the first one. Then you come down to the first one from the bottom. Yeah, first one there.
Where you went 1, 2.
Yeah. Then
4,
down there.
3. 1, 2, 4, 3. That's what was going through my head. Yeah. So I was thinking, right, okay, I can remember that.
Did you want me to do it again?
No, I think that's.
Do you think because you can always rewind it, can't you, and go back over it?
I think that's clearly done.
Yeah.
And I think the lines just.
Yeah.
As you say, we had a single bit of fabric.
Yeah, we did.
That was blowing around, and we had it on our knees outside, and
it was poor.
Yeah. It definitely was Cretan.
It was
Cretinous.
It was a Cretan, yeah. Right. So I'm going to try turkey stitch, okay? We'll use the big-eyed needle this time because I'm going to use all 6 threads. This is obviously the embroidery floss, and it's got six threads in it. Where are you? There. It's got 6 threads. So
that's Bucky jumping around.
Right, so not only have the puppy, we have the rabbit as well. Right, so you come in from the top. Okay. come through and you leave a tail. Okay, so you come up again and you do a tiny little blocking stitch. Okay. Actually, that's not very long, but it's ideal. You'll be able to see it. So then you come up and go down again, with leaving a loop. Obviously, you've got a loop this time. Come up and do another loop. And you can come up and you can do a little lock and stitch again. So obviously you just keep going with this and down again. So again you've got a loop. Try and get them roughly the same size. Doesn't matter because you're going to cut them anyway. Come up. Right. A loop. Get that little lock and stitch in every so often. Right. Another. So that's technically what you're doing, is keep making loops. All right, I'll just do a few more because otherwise it'll be a long time. And it just gives you the general idea of what it is.
And what do we use this for then, Mum?
Well, you can make flowers out of it.
Oh yeah, my favourite.
Yeah, you can do flowers. You can do, when you've got your Suffolk puffs, remember we've done the Suffolk puffs? You can use them in the centre of them.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And they look nice in them. Just to bring out the centre, you know, because obviously you've got the round Suffolk puff, haven't you? And then, so you've got that little hole in the middle, and it's nice to have them, you know, puffing out the
Just
top of
makes
them.
an interest, doesn't it? And
It
then
does,
the
yeah.
Suffolk puff would be the side of the flower, maybe.
Yeah.
And these would be the stamens. Is that what you mean?
Big, yeah, well, just the fact that it's just in the middle there, and it just
Sits in there.
sits in there, makes it look nice. Yeah, different. Right, so as you can see, there's loads of threads there. Okay, right. So I'm going to just do a lock off there. Okay, so I'm not going to do, otherwise it's going to go on and on and on. So this just
You
gives
can, couldn't you?
you can go as much as you want. How many threads you want to do, you can do. But I'm just going to do them, so it just gives you that general idea of what it is, because not everyone knows what it is. Right, okay. So once you've done that, you then cut your threads, you know, your loops.
Loopity loop.
Okay, I think they're all cut. So then you get little shaggy pile like that. And then if you want to make it a nice little neat one, just cut them off, and you've got a nice little turkey stitch. So as I say, if you've got, the more threads you've got, the bigger it is and it comes out nice. But as I say, that just gives you the general gist of what turkey work is.
And the shorter you cut it, I suppose, the more splayed out.
It does get, yeah. I mean, I can cut it a bit more. There won't be nothing left in a minute, but here you go. Just cut it a bit more.
I was just wondering if you had less, then if you cut it shorter, that might look.
Yeah, that looks. Yeah.
Nice.
So you got that as a.
Yeah. Put an extra one in. I mean, we did say we were going to do it, but we didn't plan for that one. But well done.
Yeah. So there you go.
Excellent.
So that's a turkey stitch. Okay, right, so can you see that? So that's the turkey stitch, Cretan stitch, herringbone stitch, and chevron stitch.
Well done, Mum.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I should be having a go at them this week.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that.
Yes.
And I'm sorry about the dogs play fighting. Yeah, I hope you've got are able to get some ideas from all of the things that Mum shows you today.
Yeah, I hope so. Because I say, I mean, it's all a learning curve, and as I say, I learned by looking at books and people's videos and that. So you know, I just hope that some of the stitches will help you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, me too. And I'm looking forward to practicing this week as well. I've got to find the right thing to put them on because they're those kind of stitches, aren't they?
Yeah.
But certainly the turkey stitch would go well with what I'm doing at the minute with my flowers.
Yeah. And that is to say that the more you use, then the prettier it's looking as it comes out.
Yeah.
I just did a few because obviously I just needed to show you what it was like. So
no, it looks
or how
good.
you did it.
No, it looked good.
Yeah.
Okay then. So if you're still here, please like and subscribe. That would really help us out with our channel. And we really look forward to showing you how to make a book cover next week with Crazy Patch. Is it that kind of thing? Or
well, it is. It's
piecing.
It's piecing. It's raw edged piecing.
Raw edge piecing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be doing detached blanket stitch and whatever that top moustache thing is. You'll see what I mean next week. Well, I can't think what it's called. Anyway, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.
Bye.
Top moustache. I couldn't think what it was called.